Hey everybody, Shane with 3MGTV. Today we're talking about, do you need a crossover with your powered subs and mains? So the answer is it depends. First, let's talk about what a crossover does and what it is so that we know what we're talking about. A crossover is a two-channel thing, sometimes three. We're going to talk about the two. It has a low input and a high input, and the way it works is on the low side, it has a low-pass filter. You set whatever frequency you want, and then you send that to your subs so that no highs try to come out of your subs. Opposite happens on the main side or the high side, where it's got a high-pass filter set right next to the sub one so that you get your full coverage, but the lower frequencies don't come through your mains. Having one makes your PA more efficient, and it protects your mains from those low frequencies trying to make those. Now, many sets of powered speakers have these kind of things built into them. So most all the powered subs are going to have a low pass filter set somewhere where no matter what you put into them, what full range signal you put in, only the lows are going to come out. So you don't really have to worry about the subs so much with powered stuff. The mains, on the other hand, there are a lot that have an extension sub switch or something like that that crosses out the lows so that you can plug it in to a sub, typically a matching sub. So if you have a set of Yamahas or a set of QSCs, then they will have a switch, and then you go into the subs, and then you can forget about the crossover. It's already done for you. But if you have a mismatched set, say, and you've got a Yamaha whatever and a something else sub, then one of those may not have what you need. So if you don't have a switch, then you're going to need to find out what your sub frequency stops at, and then you're going to need to use something to set your main frequency at that. So for instance, let's say that your generic powered sub has a low pass at 120 hertz, and then you got nothing on the back of your mains. What you would do is you would use a crossover, even if you only use one side, set the high side to 120, and then run through it. You don't even need to use the low side at that point. The way to find your crossover frequency, it'll usually be on the back of the sub, or it may be in the manual for the sub, or you might just have to Google it and see if somebody has found out. One more thing before we go. A lot of times people will have a crossover when they've had passive stuff and power amps, and remember, you don't need your power amps anymore, even though you're still going to use your crossover, because the power amp is in the speaker. So don't think that the crossover has to go with the amps. It totally doesn't. All it is essentially a high and a low pass filter set right next to each other. Anyway, I hope that made some sense. I hope we're able to protect our speakers a bit more and get a bit louder with some more efficient PAs with those kind of tips. If that didn't make sense, or if you need me to explain further or have any more questions, leave them down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos coming soon.